It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Today we're going to be talking about JT, aka the City Cinderella. All right, now me personally, I've been very critical of JT on this channel. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? When she came out and she did her first tour of the year, or what she announced as the tour, you know, she went and she was doing club dates, hookah lounges, what was deemed as a barbecue tour. We criticized it, and I didn't criticize it because she went out and did those dates. I want to double down and make sure people understand. I was not criticizing the fact that she was going out and doing it. I was criticizing the fact that she was out here promoting it as if it was an official tour. Okay, I want to be very clear about that. Now, JT has come out and she has an official announcement for the City Cinderella tour. This is an official one. This is where you can actually purchase tickets online, right? This is not no club tour. She's actually pulling up to official venues, ticketed venues. This is where artists really find out who their fans are, who's going to show up, who's coming to see you specifically, rather than coming out to hang out, get drinks, and smoke in a hookah lounge and get some food. This is the real deal. So I want to go ahead and salute JT for making her rounds, coming back and doing the real thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and give her a round of applause. Shout out to JT. All right. I don't give a fuck who told you Inside the Industry with J Nolan is not a platform that's built upon hate. We don't do that. We talk about the real, the nitty gritty. So if somebody happens to fall under the chopping block, it's only because I'm probably debunking some bullshit that they tried to pull over the wool, put a wool over the eyes of the people. If you're keeping it straight up, you're keeping it real, you're keeping it funky, I ain't really got no reason to talk bad about nobody. But it's when niggas come out lying, playing them games, playing the manipulation games. I don't take kindly to that shit. I ain't never liked the motherfucker lying to me ever in my life. I cut niggas off for less. Okay? So with the City Cinderella tour coming, we've also got the City Cinderella album. Now, the mixtape. Okay? And in industry terms, when somebody says they're putting out a mixtape, it's really an album, but it's kind of an album before the album. You know what I'm saying? We saw Glorilla come out earlier this year with the Everything mixtape. I do believe her next project that's set to drop is an album. So I would not be surprised if JT follows suit to do the same thing. City Cinderella, which she's been building towards all year. Then there may be an official project coming later in the year or next year. We'll see. Okay? So we'll get to the project first and then we'll get to the tour, all right? So they say JT is set to release her debut solo mixtape, City Cinderella, on July 19th. The Miami-bred rapper announced last Tuesday. This comes nearly 1 month after the City Girls made their split public, citing creative differences. The album's artwork sees JT sitting in a puddle of water, sporting an icy blonde wig accessorized with a crown. The lower half of her body is made of crackling ice and her back is turned to the camera. She captioned the post, City Cinderella coming 7/19. For the last few months, JT has been riding on the success of her first solo project's buzzy single, OK. The song was a hit on TikTok and secured JT's first solo placement on Billboard's Hot 100 Singles chart, where it debuted and peaked at number 74. The song also received a remix treatment, with American rapper Jeezy hopping on the track, and a music video, no less. Okay? Which I thought was actually dope, and I thought that was a good move. I liked OK when it came out. That was something that I said. I saw some people that disagreed with me, but I fucked with it, and I liked the production, and I said up front, you need to get Jeezy on the remix. Bow, she did that. So I love it when I see people that actually fall into what I be talking about, because the shit be working. You know what I'm saying? But people be thinking I don't be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. I studied this shit, man. I used to read the magazine. The Double XL, the Source, the Scratch magazine, the motherfucking... We'll keep going. OK was released as a part of a bundle with another single called Sideways. Before this package, JT shared the Doechii collab Alter Ego and her debut solo single No Bars, which was featured on the last City Girls album. JT is currently signed to Quality Control Music / Motown Records, where she came up with her City Girls counterpart, Young Miami. So you can expect the City Cinderella album or mixtape, let's keep it clear, to be also put out through Quality Control Motown. The City Girls released their final album together, Raw, last October, but they were also jointly featured as solo artists on Camila Cabello's CXOXO on the song Dade County Dreaming. And announcing their split, Miami told Complex, I think when the City Girls album just dropped and it didn't do too well and we was just trying to do our press run, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces. You know, like we older now and she was doing her own thing. She was on the West Coast. I'm in Miami doing my own thing. And I felt like naturally when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her. And when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. That is a direct quote from Young Miami. Okay. And JT basically mirrored the same sentiments. You know, they're just in two different places in their life right now. The ego kind of got in the way. They started feeling and smelling themselves. They had different goals, different people around them, new circles. And it's easy for shit to get out of hand once you get to that space, especially when y'all are working as a unit and it's not working, but you feel like you could do bad by yourself or even accelerate even further by yourself. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, that's a natural thing, even for me, right? If I'm feeling like I'm in a group or I'm in a setting with people and I'm working and I'm trying to compromise and, you know, I want to do this shit, this person wants to do this shit, and I say, all right, on this one, I'm going to let you have it. Let's see how it goes. And then it just fails. Shit don't go right. Every time we get together, it's just never sanctimonious enough to really keep this thing together. At some point, I'm going to say, man, I could go do this shit on my own. Shit. I'd rather goddamn succeed or fail doing it my way than go along with somebody other shit, other suggestion, and still fail. I could do that shit on my own. So I understand how they found themselves in a position. Plus their love interests and romantic lives and all of that type of stuff didn't seem to be all that peachy. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like Young Miami really gelled all that well with Uzi. So yeah, there was a natural distance that was taking place between the two of them. And again, I'm not mad at it. Okay. And I'm sure if anybody's not mad at it, it's got to be JT because she's growing. She's on an incline. I gotta say, I wasn't much of a believer. But that's the whole thing. When people can make you a believer, make you eat your words, that's what I want. If I talk down on you, I really want to see the best for you. You know what I'm saying? So with the tour, she comes out and says, y'all ready? The first official City Cinderella tour. Tickets go on pre-sale this Wednesday at 10 a.m. your local time and Friday 10 a.m. your local time everywhere. 16 new songs to choose from to kick y'all ass on Rap Cam. And Rap Cam is something that she started out at the barbecues and clubs and lounge tour, where she would actually have her fans come up on stage and they would rap battle to see who knows her songs the best, whether it be between her or the fans. And if the fan can rap it better than her, I think they get like a cash prize or something like that. So she actually really took this thing and hoisted it and made it something unique, which again, giving people a fan experience is that's what we're in the business for. So again, I got to salute to JT. You know what I'm saying? Again, when I see improvement, when I see real shit in circulation, that's when I gravitate. But when you try to play with my intelligence, I'm gonna call you out. Okay? The Rap Cam shit, that's smart. And to actually do it on stage with your fans, I want to see how that goes. The album will be out before the tour kicks off. Again, it will be out on the 19th of this month. The first date of her tour, I believe, kicks off on, August 20th? So you still got some time to learn the music. You got about a month before the tour kicks off to learn the music, see if you actually fuck with it and like it. You know what I'm saying? And then you come out and hopefully you can get on stage for Rap Cam. I think that's fire. When it comes down to the cities that she's going to be stopping in, she will be in Kansas City, August 20th to kick off the tour at the Uptown Theater. And I did a little bit of research. I didn't go through the entire tour itinerary, but I did do a little research just so y'all could understand where she's going. You know what I'm saying? The Uptown Theater in Kansas City has a capacity of 2,400. Okay. Um, After that, very next day, August 21st, she'll be at the Vic Theater in Chicago. The Vic Theater has a capacity of 1,400. After that, she's going to be at the Water Street Music Hall in Rochester, New York, August 23rd. That has a capacity of 1,000. August 24th, she'll be at the Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is about an hour outside of Boston. That has a capacity of 1,000. No. They have a specific room in there that has a capacity of 500. There's another room that has a capacity of 2,100. Okay. Then she'll be at the Webster Main Room in Hartford, Connecticut. Shout out to my CT folks. That's where I was born. I wasn't born in Hartford, though. I was born in New Haven. Shit, I done lost touch with you now. But the Webster has a capacity of 1,200. After that, she will be in the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., August 28th. That has a capacity of 700. So anywhere from 500 up to about 2,500. That's the scope we're dealing with this JT tour, which is not bad. This is her first real solo tour. If she can prove to pack these places out, then they can move her to the 5,000 cap, then go to the 10K and up. So this is gonna be a project that she's gonna have to invest time, energy, and just getting out there and hitting the pavement over the next probably year and a half to really solidify herself until she could get to, arena status. It could take 3 years for her to get to arena status, but as long as you keep showing up, getting your bag, spending time with the fans, getting to know these fans so that when you come back, you know who it is that you're seeing in these cities, building that relationship, being able to shake their hands, hug them, ask them about their sister, their mama, who they brought last time, all that type of shit. That shit goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saluting this. And for the rest of the tour, we're not going to talk about the capacity. But after the Howard Theater, August 29th, she will be at Union Transfer in Philadelphia. August 30th at the Palladium Times Squares in New York City. September 1st, Neighborhood Theater. Shout out to the Neighborhood Theater in Charlotte. I've performed there as well. That's September 1st. Center Stage Atlanta, also performed there, of course. It's in my backyard. That'll be September 3rd at Center Stage, Atlanta. September 5th, the National in Richmond, Virginia. September 6th, she'll be at the Norva in Norfolk, Virginia. September 8th, she'll be at the Senate at Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out to the Senate. I've performed there as well. Minglewood Hall in Memphis will be September 10th. September 11th, Birmingham, Alabama at Iron City. September 13th, the Hall in Little Rock, Arkansas. Tell your mama, tell your pa, I'm finna sing you back to Arkansas. September 14th at the Criterion in Oklahoma City. September 15th, Gillies Southside Music Hall in Dallas. September 16th, White Oak Music Hall in Houston. September 20th, Marquee Theater in Tempe, Arizona. And September 22nd, the last date of the tour, will be at the Novo in Los Angeles. And all of those dates and venues, if you go to citycinderellatour.com, you could go buy your ticket. So if you're a JT fan, or if she converts you into a JT fan in about a couple weeks with the new project, you can easily go get those tickets, show up, and maybe you'll get on stage to take part in Rap Cam. Okay? And being that we're about a week and a half away from the release of the City Cinderella project, we still do not have an actual track list out there yet. She says it's going to be 16 songs on there. We don't know who's going to be featured on the project. We do know we have Jeezy on the remix to OK. I would imagine that Sitting Sideways is probably also going to be on the project. But outside of that, we don't know any of the other records. We don't know if Young Miami is going to make at least one appearance possibly on there. I don't know. We're seeing like they have a little bit of division between them, and Young Miami felt like JT was dissing her on all of the singles that she had released up to that point when they had their fallout. So I don't know if they've been in the studio together at any point. We don't know if we're going to get a Nicki Minaj appearance on there. You know what I'm saying? We did see her on stage during the Pink Friday tour at a couple stops. So we'll see if that manifests into anything real. It would be a great time for that to happen so that it could catapult her brand and everything that she has going on and help her, build. But, some things that seem like easy home runs never seem to line up that way. You know what I'm saying? So I won't hold my breath, but we're just talking about it because they have that relationship. They talked. There was some talks about JT, whether or not she would sign as a heavy on it artist. I'm glad she didn't, because she would have been effectively in a label situation with like 4 different labels. Who the hell wants 4 labels in pocket? You know what I'm saying? She's already signed to QC. She signed to Motown. So if you sign a heavy on it, then you're going to be signed to Republic, which is a subsidiary of Universal. Well, everybody's under Universal, but that's 4 labels. Then you got to get your cut. Nah. Smart move not to do that one, though. I don't know if the relationship dissipated after that, though, but it is what it is. This is the official City Cinderella album cover, or mixtape cover, rather, which I think is really simple. It shows you, the Cinderella concept of the glass slipper. But in terms of her, it's kind of like the glass body, lower half of the body turned to glass. But, perhaps she slipped down, but on this project, she's going to find herself getting back up and finding redemption. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to give her an open ear. I'm going to listen to the project when it drops with a complete, fresh palette. None of the, negative, whatever, dissing fans, going back and forth with the fans, going back and forth with Miami, going back and forth with Glorilla. I'm going to listen to it with a completely clean slate and listen to the music for what it is. And if I have songs that I like, I'm going to come on here and tell y'all, these are the records that I fuck with off of this project. And this is the record that I don't fuck with the most, or whatever. So we'll see out of the 16 how many I come out adding to my playlist, because I'm always looking for music to listen to in my personal time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So when people put out terrible music, it actually benefits me none. You know what I mean? I actually want more good music. Okay? But this video was not made to be here for a long time. This isn't going to be no long, deep dive. There's not enough information out there. There's not enough content out there coming from JT where we could just talk for 30, 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, but I do want to go ahead and say, once again, shout out to all 13,000 of y'all that are over here. Some people may feel like 13K is a small number. If that's how you feel, that's cool. But I understand what it took to get here. I know how many videos I had to make to get here. I know how many idiots I've had to argue with in the comments to get here. I know how many loving and supportive comments I've also received to get here, which I greatly appreciate, and it helps keep me motivated to keep going. I appreciate all the financial contributions, whether it be through Cash App, Super Chat, Super Thanks, or memberships. I greatly appreciate those of y'all that have joined the membership over here out of support, especially with how YouTube be playing on my head top lately. So none of this stuff goes unnoticed. I always say it, but I want to always remind y'all, because the shit is real, man. The next benchmark that we are aiming for is 15K, but of course we got to hit 14 first. So big shout out to y'all for all of the support, the love that y'all bring over here. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no gunner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.